the Fed has actually started cutting. What's your outlook for markets in 2025?
The Fed was clearly signaling a dovish 2025, and my simplistic reduction of how markets work is when a central bank is dovish, markets tend to rise, and when a central bank is hawkish, they tend to retract. And last year at this time, it was fairly obvious from November into December and January when we met here that Powell was throwing in the towel on rate hikes and going into cuts, which is precisely what happened in 2025. It wasn't in 2024. It wasn't until later in the year, but it was already signaling. And the market being Pavlovian, just the carrot dangling of a rate cut, markets galvanic and hopeful, and it was a tailwind, and we saw a pretty decent year in the S&P as expected. Rate cuts to me were a sign that despite not hitting target inflation and not beating the inflation, taming it, that rate cuts were a desperate move at the same time. So it was kind of bipolar, but it certainly was a tailwind for the markets, but rate cuts were also a tailwind for gold.